Well, Matt Bove, Joe Buscaglia back here together again. Buffalo Bills training camp. We are closer to the end of training camp than we are to the beginning as far as the practices go. That's crazy. Full disclosure, we are recording this Tuesday after the Bills have practiced. We do not know the status of the Max Haristen injury. We both saw, the videos of it happening on the backfield, but we don't know exactly what it is. So we're not even going to try and speculate because that's not going to do us any good. But what we will say is, well, I guess this is a bit of speculation. But if there is an injury or a significant injury to the cornerback, what do they do?
Yeah, I think for right now, it would just mean that people should get comfortable with Tre'Davious White being the starter no matter what. I mean, that's the way it kind of looked to begin camp because to me, Tre'Davious White was the better of the two players. He was getting the vast majority of the first team reps. Harrison would mix in here and there, but you could just tell that by some of Hairston's reps when he was on the field, that there was still just some fine tuning to his technique that that needed to happen, and I'm not sure that could have been wrapped up by the time they got to the regular season. So it was trending towards Tre'Davious White probably being the week one starter, and should Maxwell Hairston miss any amount of time here, being like a few weeks to months or however long it might be, that would definitely basically put in permanent ink that Tre'Davious White is going to be the starter in week one, because they really haven't given much time to Dane Jackson. So I know there's some thinking, okay, well, would they go out and get a free agent or anything along those lines? You could look at it as like, okay, you might lose the first round pick for however long he's out. But should he start on an injury list or something along those lines, it might also be an opportunity to keep someone that they would have probably had to cut, whether that be Dane Jackson or Jamarcus Ingram, or even their sixth-round pick, Dorian Strong. So they would now have the ability to keep all those guys if Hairston has to land on an injury list. But like you said, it's still very premature. We don't know the severity of the injury. I can say that, just based on some of the fallout and the way that some of his teammates were talking about it, it didn't sound great. Whenever you hear non-contact injury,
it immediately puts
it's not great, but we have to see what happens, and we don't have information yet.
If Trey is their second cornerback, can they still be a good defense? How much do we know even about what Tre'Davious White is at this point in his career?
They were able to get by even last year with some not so great pieces in that secondary. Like Damar Hamlin has not even sniffed the first team defense so far here in 2025, and he was the every week starter last year, and he was like average to below average last season as a starter. So even if they get that baseline from Tre'Davious White, if he's just a little bit better than he was last year for the Ravens, based on what we saw, and having familiarity and being super comfortable with the scheme is going to help him significantly here in Buffalo be able to land on his feet here. I think they can get by, but that just puts more pressure on the pass rush to get home, because that means if Tre'Davious White isn't the same Trey, which he's not going to be that guy that he was when he was an All-Pro, but if he is even 60% of that means they need Greg Rousseau, they need AJ Epinesa, they need Joey Bosa, they need Ed Oliver, they need TJ Sanders and Deion Walker, that entire crew up front that they invested so heavily in this offseason. They need them to really make up for a lot of it, and so we'll see if they can actually do it.
So we're speaking about the defense, and we actually started by talking about cornerback. I don't want to paint you into a corner, but from me watching practice, Christian Benford is maybe the most impressive player I've seen during the first week of practice. Do you feel the same way? And what does his potential look like? I mean, he's still 24 years old. It's crazy.
Film nerds know about Christian Benford. The guy can do everything, and now you're seeing the competitive fire come out during training camp practices, because for the first few seasons, you saw Benford out here doing really well on reps, but now he's got that confidence and that background. He's the top guy, and not to say that like he's being cocky about it. He is so near the top of his game at this point. 25 years old, prime of his career. He's got many years of the prime to go, barring injury. I mean, this is a guy who they're going to rely upon to maybe even, I wouldn't even rule out him traveling with a team's top receiver this year, especially if they're going to have to go into the season with Tre'Davious White as their main starter. That might provide an opportunity for Benford to go with whoever the top guy is for the opposition. So he, to me, has the ceiling of someone who could be a top 5 cornerback in this league. He can play zone really
Yeah.
well. He's got the instincts for it. He has really developed as a man cover corner over the last year and a half or so, and you are seeing the fruits of his labor. And you've seen it just as much as I have. He is the last guy on the field every single day, and it's not just a training camp thing. Every day during the regular season, he is constantly working on stuff. And if you're waiting on an interview for him, you have to wait until the absolute last second for him. But he's an incredibly hard worker, and the Bills are very excited to have him under contract through 2029.
Yeah, he said when the pads come on, you can tell who the dogs are, but he is always a dog. So he did not need the pads to come on for that. How about the guys who have flashed? The guys that maybe are a bit under the radar, who you've kind of just put in your notes as, ooh, maybe that's something, or ooh, maybe there's more there. Who are a couple guys that you've paid attention to?
The under the radar guys, I'll point to Javon Solomon, again, to me, has really stood out as someone who I think he's positioning himself to maybe even get into a defensive role.
Sure.
Not saying like he's going to be a starter or anything along those lines, but if you flash pass rushing talent, which he has the last 2 summers, that opens people's eyes within the organization. And we already know he worked himself into a situation last year where he was active every single week for special teams. So he's already going to be up. And so if they need a spark as like an obvious passing down pass rusher, and there's some injuries and suspensions like they have with Michael Hoyt, that could create an opportunity for him. I could absolutely see a situation early in the year where maybe 3rd round pick Landon Jackson is a healthy scratch to begin the season, and Solomon gets some 3rd down time. So he's someone that stood out to me. On the offensive side of things, I have loved what I have seen from O'Cyrus Torrence so far. This is a guy who I think is on the precipice of a potential breakout season. And the way that he has shown in run blocking drills, and I'm on brand right now because I'm talking about an offensive lineman, and I well know it. I know. But the way that he has shown during run blocking team drills and in limited amounts of pass blocking one-on-ones, like, he has been borderline dominant in some reps. You know, just talking with some players, some of his teammates, like David Edwards, who's the starter at left guard, said, I think O'Cyrus could be one of the best, if not the best guard in the league. And that could be a small case of a teammate hyping another teammate up, but David Edwards is also a very honest and forthright person. So, to me, when I hear that, the ears go up. He took a big step forward at the second half of last season. It kind of reminded me of the step Spencer Brown took after his 3rd season, the second half of his 3rd season. I think Torrance kind of took that step last year, and I would not be surprised if the Bills are in a holding pattern in their extension talks with guys like James Cook, Connor McGovern, and David Edwards, who are free agents at the end of the year, because they might have to pay Torrance a lot of money, and he's extension eligible starting in the upcoming offseason. So I know big praise for him right now, and we're only a week into camp, but he has looked the part by a lot this year.
I asked him yesterday. I talked to him on Monday after practice, and I said, what are your personal goals this year? Obviously, team success matters. And he goes, I want to be recognized as one of the best players at my position in the NFL. And I don't think it's crazy coming from a player like that. He also, did you see what he said about having the pads back on?
Oh, no.
He said, I woke up wanting to be punched in the face. What a football guy. I absolutely love that.
Football guy and a cat guy.
Yeah, cat guy. And also just like a really nice person, which is cool. Their offensive line across the board, really good dudes. Last one for me. Every day somebody brings up Keon Coleman for either good news, good day, bad day, whatever it is. How would you evaluate the first week of practice for Keon Coleman?
I think it's just been the Keon Coleman experience continued.
And down and up and down.
We saw flashes all throughout the regular season last year where it's like, whoa, I didn't know he could do that. And then all of a sudden he's got a very clear catch opportunity deep down the field, and it bounces off his hands and hits the turf. Like, we have seen that to a T here at St. John Fisher University so far. And I wonder how, if he's going to find that level of consistency. Again, early. Need to see preseason, need to see all of these practices rack up, and we're going to see, for the most part, all of the practices leading up to cutdown day. But from what we have seen so far, it's just been a continuation where this is a guy who will struggle to separate. He needs to win. He needs to win in contested situations, but he doesn't always win at as high of a clip as you would like him to for someone with that body type in those contested situations. So I like in parts from what I've seen from Keon Coleman, but I can also recognize that he needs to step up and become more consistent, because this is a huge year for him. And even if he's not thinking about it that way, I mean, this is a potential offseason where they could go in and be like, okay, wide receiver is going to be the thing in 2026. And unless he shows and steps up in that big way, then it's absolutely on the table. So probably the most important year of Keon Coleman's career.